Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something I've learned on the long road of life. From Mississippi dirt roads to media boardrooms, discipline is a muscle, not a trait you're not born with. Discipline, you build it? Like a muscle, it grows with effort and repetition. All right, here's an expanded version of key point 1 in the style of Steve Harvey, clear, direct, with a deep psychological and philosophical edge, delivered in a natural conversational flow that fits right into the overall speech. Now, let me break this down for you, real talk. Discipline, it ain't something you're just born with. It's not like a magical gift handed out to a chosen few. Nah, discipline is a muscle, plain and simple. And like any muscle in your body, it's gotta be worked, trained, pushed, and sometimes stretched beyond what feels comfortable. If you never lift a weight, your muscles stay weak. If you never push yourself to do the things you don't want to do, your discipline stays weak too. Here's the thing, a lot of folks think discipline means having this iron will that never breaks, like some superhero. But that's not the truth. Discipline is a practice. It's a daily commitment to showing up, especially when you don't feel like it. And the more you show up, the more you force yourself to take that first step. Even if it's a small one, the stronger that muscle gets. Philosophically, this teaches us something powerful about human nature. We are creatures of habit. Our brains love comfort zones, but comfort zones don't grow anything worthwhile. Growth comes from pushing against resistance not just in the world around you, but resistance inside your own mind. Every time you choose action over ease, you're rewiring your brain to be stronger, more resilient. So, discipline isn't some mysterious force outside you. It's inside you, waiting to be built. And the way you build it is by forcing yourself to start, forcing yourself to keep going, even when you don't want to. Remember this, your greatness is on the other side of discomfort. The muscle of discipline grows strongest when you force it to work. Would you like me to keep going with the same style for the other key points? You don't have to feel like it. You just have to start. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Action is the key to unlocking momentum. Absolutely. Here's the expanded version of key point 2, in that same Steve Harvey style straight. Forward, insightful, and powerful, flowing naturally with the rest of the speech. Let's get something straight right now. Motivation is not the starting point. I want you to hear that clearly. Most people think I'll get going once I feel motivated, but that's backwards. Motivation doesn't lead you to action. Action leads you to motivation. You gotta flip the script on how you see this. Think about it. How many times have you sat around waiting to feel ready before you start something important? How often have you let your feelings dictate whether you move forward or not? Truth is, feelings are like weather, unpredictable and out of your control. You can't wait for a sunny day inside your mind to do what needs doing. You gotta get up and push through the clouds. Psychologically, this makes sense. When you begin an action, even a small one, your brain releases chemicals that boost your mood and drive. This creates momentum. It's the reason when you start cleaning the house, you often end up cleaning more than you planned, because movement sparks motivation. Philosophically, this speaks to a bigger truth about life. Life rewards movement, not hesitation. The universe doesn't hand out success to those who wait for perfect feelings or perfect timing. It favors those who create their own momentum by starting where they are with what they have. So here's the lesson: don't wait to feel like it. Get up, take that first step, even if it's small or uncomfortable, because once you move, motivation will find you, and your path will become clearer. Remember this. Action is the key that unlocks the door to motivation. Waiting for feelings is a trap. Movement is freedom. Want me to keep going with the next key point? Create a vision, then commit to the process. Your goals are the destination, but daily effort is the vehicle. Commit to the process, even when it's not exciting. Got it? Here's the expanded version of key point 3 in that same clear, direct Steve Harvey style, thoughtful, conversational, and packed with depth. Now, here's something that trips up a lot of folks. They get caught up dreaming about the destination, the big goal, the shiny success at the end. And I'm not saying having a vision isn't important, because it is. You gotta know where you want to go. But here's the real deal. A vision alone won't get you there. What really matters is the commitment to the process, the day-to-day grind, the small, consistent steps that build momentum and move you closer to your goal. You see, if you only care about the end result, you'll get discouraged when the road gets rough, when progress feels slow, or when the work feels boring. Because success isn't a giant leap. It's a series of small, intentional actions stacked one on top of the other. Psychologically, this is about shifting your focus from outcome to habit. When you make a commitment to the process, you free yourself from the pressure of immediate results. You start to see growth as the natural outcome of consistent effort, not some magical event that happens overnight. Philosophically, this reflects a deeper truth about life. Greatness is forged in the daily rituals, not just in the grand moments. The victories that count are the ones you win quietly, away from the spotlight, by simply showing up and doing the work. So don't wait to feel inspired by the finish line. Let your commitment to the process be stronger than your craving for quick success. Because it's the process, the steady, disciplined march, that carries you all the way home. Remember this. Your vision is the compass. Your commitment to the process is the journey. One without the other leaves you lost, ready for the next one. The power of micro. Wins celebrate small victories. Each one reinforces belief in yourself and conditions your brain for success. All right, here's an expanded version of Key Point 4. Keeping that Steve Harvey vibe, straightforward, thoughtful, and impactful, blending psychological insight with practical wisdom. Let me tell you something about success. It's not always about the big wins, the flashy moments, or the giant leaps forward. Most times, success is built on a collection of small victories, what I call micro wins. Those little moments where you say, I did that, even when no one else is watching. Psychologically, micro wins matter because they feed your confidence. Every time you accomplish a small goal, your brain releases dopamine, that feel good chemical that makes you want to keep going. It's like a feedback loop. Success builds success. When you recognize and celebrate these little wins, you train your mind to expect progress, and that expectation becomes fuel. Philosophically, this teaches us a fundamental truth about human nature and growth. We're not wired to conquer mountains in one bound. We're designed for incremental progress. When you break down your big goals into manageable chunks, you're aligning with how life naturally unfolds step by step, bit by bit. Now, I want you to think about those moments when you felt proud of yourself, no matter how small. Maybe it was waking up early, making that call, or finishing that task you've been avoiding. Those moments are powerful. They're proof that you can do what you set out to do. So here's the deal. Don't overlook the power of micro wins. Celebrate them, write them down, let them build your belief, because those small wins are the foundation for your bigger victories. Remember this, each micro win is a brick in the house of your success. Lay them carefully, consistently, and watch your dreams take shape. Want me to move on to the next key point? Change the narrative you tell yourself, replace "I can't" with "I'm learning how." Your words become your beliefs. Your beliefs become your actions, all right. Here's the expanded version of key point 5 in that Steve Harvey style, straightforward, insightful, and meaningful, flowing naturally with the other points. One of the biggest hurdles we face is the story we tell ourselves. That little voice inside your head that whispers, "I can't," or "this is too hard," or "I'm not good enough." Let me be real with you, that voice isn't the truth. It's a habit, a pattern you've learned, and it can be changed. Psychologically, what you say to yourself shapes your reality. This is not just some feel. Good idea, it's backed by science. When you constantly repeat negative messages, your brain starts to believe them, and your actions follow. But when you flip the script, when you start telling yourself empowering, growth, focused stories, your brain rewires. It creates new pathways, new beliefs, new possibilities. Philosophically, this is about ownership. You have the power to choose your narrative. Instead of saying, "I can't," say, "I'm learning how." Instead of "I'm stuck," say, "I'm figuring it out." These shifts in language are not just words, they're commitments to growth. They're declarations that you're not a victim of circumstances, but an active creator of your life. This isn't always easy. Old stories die hard. But every time you catch yourself in a negative loop, pause and challenge it. Speak truth to yourself. Choose to see challenges as lessons and setbacks as steps forward. Remember this: the narrative you tell yourself becomes the foundation of your actions. Change your story, and you change your destiny. Want to keep going with the last key point? Your future deserves better than your excuses. Every excuse delays your dream. Choose actions that honor your future, not feelings that serve your comfort. Here's the expanded version of key point 6, keeping that Steve Harvey style, direct, thoughtful, and impactful, flowing smoothly with the rest of the speech. Let me be real with you, every excuse you make is a moment stolen from your future. It's a delay, a detour, a roadblock standing between you and the life you say you want. Excuses are comfortable, but they come at a price, and that price is your potential. Psychologically, excuses are a defense mechanism. They protect us from the discomfort of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. But here's the problem: when you lean too heavily on excuses, you create a mindset that keeps you stuck. You start to believe the story that your circumstances or feelings are more powerful than your will. Philosophically, this is a profound truth. Your future self is counting on you right now. The person you'll become depends on the choices you make today. Every action you take is a vote for the kind of life you're building. When you choose excuses, you're essentially telling your future self that you don't value them enough to fight for their dreams. But when you choose action instead, even in small ways, you're honoring your future. You're saying, "I respect what you're going through, and I'm willing to do what it takes." That respect turns into momentum, momentum into growth, and growth into transformation. So here's the challenge: the moment you feel tempted to make an excuse, pause and remind yourself, your future deserves better. Better effort, better focus, better commitment. Your dreams aren't waiting for you to be comfortable. They're waiting for you to be courageous. Remember this: excuses delay your destiny, action accelerates it. Choose wisely, your future is watching. Would you like me to help you weave these segments into a full, seamless speech?